Yesterday, we told you of the Belizean Canadian Roger Plett, who was taken by a group of Guatemalans whilst he was working on his family's farm in Green Hills, just on the outskirts of Spanish Lookout, near Belize's western border with Guatemala. It was a scary ordeal that Plett survived on Thursday, May 12, and an incident that the local authorities have been extremely silent on, considering the gravity of the current situation between Belize and Guatemala. After leaving the offices of Plett's builders, the media personnel was taken on an expedition into the Green Hills, up to where the border markers are, a trip that the investigators are yet to make since they responded to the situation. It was a 6-mile journey outside Spanish Lookout, with only a portion accessible to our vehicles. In this area, the Plett family has a portion of farmlands, and the remaining terrain is where they raise their cattle. While we told you of Roger Plett being taken, we didn't tell you of the bulldozer and its driver, Rudy Friesen, who were also taken over to the Guatemalan side and held hostage there to do work in their fields. Here is how Manuel Ayala explained it.
When I walked closer to the bulldozer, which is about 25 feet away, I saw 5 soldiers rushing in towards the bulldozer. And there was a guy dressed in civilian clothes. He has a white t-shirt. And the 5 soldiers, they came and stopped the bulldozer from working. 2 of them jumped on top of by the cab, along with the guy in civilian clothes. But I can tell you, I didn't hear what they told him, but I saw the movements. When I saw the driver of the bulldozer, like he raised back the blade of the bulldozer and swing around and went into Guatemala. 2 of the soldiers went on the bulldozer along with the civilian guy, while the other 3 they run behind the bulldozer into Guatemala. So we knew something was wrong, and I walked out. I tried to get in touch with Roger, but I couldn't get in touch with him. So I came out and, we start carrying on what is happening. I talked to my boss and the other guys that were with him, and, man, we were worried about it. But like we say, a few hours after that, we managed to make a call, and Roger answered. And he said, "I'm coming." So we waited and then we saw the tractor coming in. So after that, we noticed that, yes, they have the bulldozer over there.
The driver and the bulldozer were released later that day after Ayala and Plett refused to refuel the bulldozer for them to continue their work on the Guatemalan side. The ordeal, however, was not over, as the following day, the watchman Rogelio was taken from the farm. This is when the police got involved and went to the area, although they reportedly did not go to the actual location where the incident took place.
The following day, we were by the garage working when my boss hailed me and said, "Manuel, they have Rogelio," which is a co-worker. The military has him. So, as I told you before, that I'm the guy in charge of the area, I should know things that are happening, right? I should get informed. So anyway, I called Rogelio and I said to him, "Hey, what happened?" He replied and said, "La militar me tiene," which means the military has me hold up, right? And I asked him, "How many of them?" He said, 14. So at that moment, Roger Plett said, "Manuel," he come quickly at me and said, "Manuel, let's take the drone and we'll fly over there and we'll see where the soldiers are." Because according to Rogelio, that the soldiers were nearby the tractor what he had left the evening before. But anyway, we went towards the western gate of Green Hills, and passed like a mile westward of the gate. We didn't enter the gate at that moment, and from there, Roger take his drone, flew it towards the farm, which is like 2.5 miles westward. While flying around there, we fly around the tractor, and there was no kind of sign of people being there. So the battery was going down low from the drone, so he decided to flew it back. He flew it back. After flying it back, we decided to go closer in a different location. So we get everything ready, came by the gate and went northwards and then westward, and reached to a point where there's a high hill, and from there he flew the drone once more. He flew the drone towards the area to search for somebody, but we didn't see anything. So he flew more by where the fire was and circled around, but then like in certain area the screen just stalled and we couldn't see anything happening there. So he flew it higher, he flew it back and higher. Then we started noticing a vision once more. So after that, I told Roger, why don't you fly it by the borderline, right, to see? And he flew it around there and we didn't see fire. Shortly after that, I received a call from Rogelio, which say, quieren hablar contigo, which means they want to talk to you. I wonder who is this? So I answered the phone and the guy said, sean generosos y tráiganme una máquina para acá para apagar fuego, which means be generous and bring equipment here to help us out the fire.
In the end, no one was hurt in the incident, but clearly several infractions were committed by the men suspected to be Guatemalans. While the police are not speaking on the issue, Ayala says that the investigators had threatened to charge him with mischievous act due to some text messages in his phone with Rogelio, the watchman, whilst he was detained by the Guatemalans. Love News is still awaiting a response from the San Ignacio Police or the Ministries of National Security and Foreign Affairs. Reporting for Love News, I am Renee Trujillo.